Hold, please. Go ahead.
Blessing you today with the term of forgiveness. Forgiveness is a really big deal for people because they all walk around with guilt. Guilt is a situation that denies joy of people's lives. So when we want to forgive someone for the wrongdoing of what they did to us, that means that we're denying the joy of ourselves. How many of you have hate in your being? How many of you have longing in your being? How many of you have hurt, deep-seated hurt? Hurt and pain that goes so deep into the soul and into the heart and into the emotions and the being and the body that you can't even breathe hardly sometimes. What happens in life, and this is the controversial thing, okay, is that I know that we choose our life here. We choose every circumstance, every situation, every pain, every hurt, every situation that causes us to try to separate. But when we start separating, that's where the pain comes from. So if you can imagine in your life that you chose every single solitary thing that hurt you, every person that came into contact with you that caused you pain or hurt, or circumstances that you didn't get your way. Sometimes those are very excruciating. Sometimes those are almost incapacitating in our daily lives. That you can't even get out of bed sometimes because of the pain that you feel. The thing and the situation is that those circumstances are for your learning. Those circumstances that you created. You did it. You chose that person. You chose that situation for your learning. You chose to be hurt. You chose to have your emotions almost shredded or ripped away sometimes. You chose this excruciating pain for you to get back to source, for you to get back to God, for you to get back to joy. Somebody asked me a long time ago, Cyd, how do you know God? Which we've talked about before. I said, oh, because I've had so much pain. So the way to go through forgiveness, first of all, isn't about the other person. It's never about the other person. And all of you people that think that forgiveness is about, I have to forgive this individual for what they did to me. That this person raped me, this person broke up with me, this person cheated on me, this person did blah, 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 whatever this person did, right? It's not about the person. It's about forgiving yourself. Because you're the one that created the pain. So if you can detach yourself from the situation or the circumstance, which is very difficult to do, I'm not saying it's not hard, it's very difficult to do. But if you can get yourself into a place of forgiving yourself, we're all as one with each other. All of the negative things that you have done or the bad things that you have done to other people, or maybe you're just as pure as they come. And if you're that pure, and if you haven't done any harm to any other human being, then why would you condemn them for doing difficult things or negative things or bad things? I'm not saying people don't behave badly. They do. People behave badly. But if you have only love in your heart and your soul, if you've forgiven yourself first, then you have the ability to forgive others. Because we're all as one, we're all alike. The thing people hate so much about other people is that they can't imagine in their own head that somebody could be that bad, somebody could do something so wrong or so intentful. That's the word, intentful. Some people just are completely unaware of the situations that they do to others because they're too self-absorbed. Once you have an understanding about people and about yourself, you can forgive anybody for anything, including yourself. So there's an interesting thing that we as human beings create. It's a lie and it's false. Okay, it's a lie and it's false. And the word is guilt. Okay? So guilt destroys. It will destroy you. It will destroy your entire being, your entire soul, your entire heart, your entire life. Because if you feel guilty about something, because it's a made-up lie, it's not real. If you feel guilty over you not being the best, or you hurting someone else, or just being in God's grace, you feel guilty that you have been separate, it will destroy you. It will. It will eat away every single solitary part of your being. Guilt means the lack of joy. Guilt means the inability to have a joyous life. That's what guilt means. So in order to get rid of guilt, you must accept that you can have joy. You can have a happy life. You can have a beautiful life. You don't have to be condemned for the rest of your life because you did something wrong, because you're human. Make a count of what you did that was incorrect. Don't feel guilty about it. Look at your life and go, oh my gosh, I messed up so big in this one. Make an account. Go back and go, okay, I might not be able to be forgiven from this person or this circumstance or situation, but I guarantee you one thing, I will never do it again. Ask for forgiveness. You don't have to go to the person. You don't have to go to these people and go, will you forgive me? They're human. They probably may or may not. They could be really upset with you still because they don't have an understanding. The understanding is that both of you, all of you came together in agreement for this harm to take place. All of you agreed. The hardest person in their commitment is to say, I will do wrong to another for their learning. I will harm someone else intentionally because they want to learn compassion. They want to learn love. They want to learn forgiveness. So I'm going to harm them so that they can learn to forgive. I'm going to destroy that person so that they can learn love of God, so they can be closer to God, to heaven, to their soul, to their spirit. I'm going to harm them so that they can have strength that they never ever had before. I'm going to harm them so that they can endure the truth of God's love. Those individuals, even though in the human form they're not understanding that, but you chose them to harm you for your learning. You chose them to destroy your life for you to understand that you're really still okay. You should forgive them. You should thank them also. This is a difficult thing I'm requesting of you, or they're requesting of you, not me. They're requesting. Because if you can thank them for all the pain that they did to you, because you chose them to do it. You chose them to do it. Thank them for your learning, for your growth, for your understanding. I know it's difficult. I'm not saying it's not. It's very, very, very hard. But once you can have an understanding of why you chose them, you chose this circumstance, you chose them to harm you. You did. Figure out why you did. Listen to your soul of why you chose that. What is it that you're really learning? What is it that you're really trying to achieve here? We talked last week or the week before about being on your knees and asking for something. And this prayer or connecting in such a way, right? And we connect in such a way because we've had pain. We have the power of prayer because we want somebody to take us out of our pain, right? We talked about that a little bit. First, forgive yourself, because all you did was create your own pain. You did, for your learning. Once you have forgiveness and joy within your soul and in your heart, then you can have understanding. I want to talk a little bit about guilt again. Guilt resides down here in the navel of our body. Okay? The color of joy is orange. Oranges, if you're eating an orange, it brings you joy. It brings you happiness. Okay? Joy means the ability to live life to its fullest. The ability to live life to its fullest. If you can't forgive, how can you go have joy? How can you live your life to the fullest, the most magnificent life that you can ever possibly have? Because something's holding you down. Something's stopping you from your own joy. Your own joy. Choose joy today. Choose joy in everything that you do. Enjoy your life. Don't feel guilty. Make amends. Do the thing you need to do. Get over it. Learn and become joyful. Live your life fully. Live your life happily. Bring joy to other people. We talked about prayer the other day. It's like, bring me your joy. Bring to me your joy. Forgive. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. So that the only thing that you have in your life is joy. We have a wonderful, wonderful happy dance music for you today. May all of the joyous blessings be upon you. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your world. Enjoy the learning lessons that you have. Many blessings upon you today. Enjoy.